When you come to like doing storyboards, is that something you first get taught when you're doing animation, like in college, or is that something? Is it a style that you've developed yourself?
Yeah, it's definitely part of the curriculum for most of the major animation schools. They teach you sort of the rough version of all of the skills that are in animation. So they will teach you things, storyboards, doing location designs and concepts, doing vehicles and props, doing character design, and then how to animate. So they teach you all of it, but what usually ends up happening is that as people get out of school, they realize that they are stronger in certain aspects than others. So they tend to pick one of those and then kind of stay in that lane for their career. But it doesn't mean that they don't have the skills to do more of it. And you'll see some people who have all those skills and they do indie or personal projects where they do everything. I generally wasn't the type of person who would do everything. I can do everything, but the storyboarding I'm decent at. The animation is where my major strength is.
So, Ramsey, what's the difference between working on an action storyboarded scene such as this in comparison to doing a lot of the lip syncing work that happens in the other scenes or even in this one? Like, what's the difference between animating and storyboarding action and lip syncing?
The main difference would be that with an action scene, I have to plan things out very specifically to the beats that have to happen. So you sort of like if it was music, you know, and you're writing the lyrics for it, you got to line things up to the beats. Same thing happens with this, where you have to plan things out so that the action's happening on these beats that make sense. You get enough time to register things and see things happening so that nothing happens too fast. With acting and lip sync, the acting actually works in a similar way to where I'm scrubbing through the audio and I make myself little notes where I'll say, you know, from frame 40 to frame 70, accent the head up because you've got like a rising note in the voice. So I'll do these little notes on one sheet. And then the other sheet is all the mouth shapes. So I go through scrubbing the audio and I listen for the sounds of like A, E, U, L. Like I just scrub through, I make myself notes. So this frame, that sound happens. And I plot it out like that so that when it's time to do my lip sync after I've animated the scene, I know I'm just following the chart that I made for myself.